And Boston Fire Department involved in a little small fender bender. Nothing major, but.
Sorry, 411 have you logged on. What's your location? I know. I was trying to. I'll be on code 9, C11. Appreciate it, thank you. I was trying not to speak.
Ladder 6, enter known medical, 25 Bossier Street.
Like I said, I'm not too sure how it happened, but he could have been coming either in or out. It's nothing major. Just a little, probably the swing. Maybe he was coming into the parking lot and the swing swung out. It does happen because if you cut a tight radius, your rear end will kick out on you. Like I said, it's just probably one quarter panel damage. Usually they put signs up telling you not to park that close. But only I can assume is they were coming out of that driveway or no, going into the driveway, and he could have. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if he did it going in or coming out. It's kind of hard to say. Probably did it coming out, but doesn't appear to be any damage on the engine itself. At least that's what you can see anyway. Take a quick walk around. Like the front of it's like solid bumper, so there'll be nothing on the front of it. If there would be any damage, it would be on the side of it somewhere. But this is the new Rescue 2, so we're hoping there's no damage on it. Doesn't appear to be any. Yeah, that's the new Rescue 2, so we wouldn't want damage on the new Rescue 2. Doesn't appear to be anything on the fire truck at all. If it is, it's very minor. I don't see nothing at all on there. Even all the markers appear to be in place. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be any damage on the engine at all. I can't call it the engine. Rescue 2 on the.
Negative, you can return H1. Continue 7. H7's en route. H1, you can return. Okay, H1.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be any damage on the on Rescue 2 at all. So they got the owner looking at the damage. Like I said, it doesn't appear to be any damage on the truck itself. Just damage on the front left quarter panel. Like I said, it's kind of hard to say how that happened. I don't know if he hit it as he was coming down the road, and
608, I have a 34.
I'm thinking he might have hit it on the straightaway. I could be wrong though.
Charlie 435, Ocean Nora. You can take me off at.
The only thing is that the mirrors don't seem to be damaged. If he hit it on the straightaway, you would think the mirror would have some damage to it. There's a car at the top of the hill trying to make its way down. It's not going to be able to do it today. At least not right now, anyway. This is, those of you who don't know this street, this is Notre Dame Street. Notre Dame or Notre Dame Street. This is in Roxbury, right off of Dimmick Street. It's the street that runs right behind the new fire station. If you look right here, that's the new fire station right there. I believe that's it right there. Yeah, that's it right there, the building we're looking at. I believe that's the rear of the new fire station on Columbus Ave. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Nobody injured, nobody hurt, no serious damage. Just a lot of report writing and calling the insurance in the morning type thing, pretty much. Other than that, nothing serious.
Jake 416.
Jake 416.
Let me check out that vehicle blocking. 315 center.
A lot of cars use it as a cut through. So what they do is they try to bypass the traffic on Washington Street. And so instead of coming down Washington Street going to the Eggleston Square, they figured they could jump about 20 or 30 cars by coming down the street here. Sometimes they cut through the Walgreens parking lot by making that illegal right-hand turn and go that way.
Voting ends at 7 p.m. tonight.
But nevertheless, they use most of this as a cut through. Now that car's trying to find its way out of there now.
Can you take a ride over to 8 Summer Street? It's for a well-being check. One of the postal workers is reporting that mail is piling up outside of apartment 2 for an elderly female, and also grocery delivery are in the hallway. It's been 2 weeks since the resident has brought in mail.
Respiratory distress, 26 Worcester Street, Boston. US 1677
Thank you.
from Ave Worcester Street.
And this home here, this is I believe this is like a group home. A lot of people was asking what this, I believe that's a group home. Not too sure what kind of group home it is, but I believe it's a group home over there. I believe it's ran by Dimmick.
Don't see the call you. Hold on 1 second. You're the 411 Day?
Yes, ma'am. The address might have been updated to Day Street at Center.
All right, stand by.
That car's still waiting at the top of the hill. I guess he's hoping that they will clear out.
Anyone else coming in? Yeah. Use the sleeping. Whatever you're trying.
That car's still at the top of the hill. Not sure if he's trying to, if he lives on that street or who knows. It's kind of hard to say.
Bravo 102 Days Ocean Frank, Bravo 451 Ocean Nora. I'll be down the triangle.
I have that now.
All they're gonna do now is take some pictures. They're waiting for the other investigators to get here to take pictures, and after that, I guess they're all set.
Bravo Delta 22 Ocean Frank, Bravo 660 Frank Ocean Nora.
Everybody's being.
Jake 411 Days.
They're trying to figure out why the fire truck's on their street.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your I number for Day and Center 222.
And I would be curious too if I came outside and I seen a fire truck chief and police car on my street. I'll be trying to figure out what's going on. I think I know who that person is right there. She might not know who I am, but I think I know who she is.
Charlie 111 Days, Charlie Robert Ocean Frank, Charlie 111 Frank, Ocean North. Jake 660 Ocean North.
Acknowledge.
Jake 421 Ocean North.
421 Abbott.
Engine 41, ladder 14, a central station alarm, 881 Commonwealth Avenue. Right, engine 41, ladder 14, a central station alarm, 881.
We'll see how long it takes the investigators to come over here. Usually they should be here within like 10 minutes. They're not coming that far, so.
Jake 201.
Depending if they're busy too.
We're first up for Bromley.
Tower ladder 3, a
201 to Heaven.
alarm, 514 Atlantic Avenue, Boston. Engine 10, Tower ladder 3, a
Jake 415, can you take me up on a code 19, 81 South Diamond?
Fox 1292 Atlantic Avenue.
But that was 411. Correct.
415, Jake 415.
Okay, I have it.
That looks pretty new. That little, they put like a little hood on top of the light pole, and they put like a rain cover to keep the water from going down the little cavity where the cable normally would come up. That's probably the first time I've seen one of those. Normally they have it all exposed. I think what probably was happening, rainwater was getting into the electrical system, and what prompted them to put that up there. 'Cause that wasn't up there before. Something new. Maybe they could do all the rest of them the same way. You can see that, you know.
452.
It definitely is new.
452.
Ma'am, I'm just gonna stand by the fire. They're just waiting for the person who's gonna take the photograph for the street shut for a little while.
I have it.
Also, I noticed there's a hole on the other side of that pole. I don't know if that's...
Bravo 103 Ocean North.
maybe something else caused that, who knows.
Bravo 435 Ocean North. Can you take me off on a quick code 9 to Union Halt?
I have it.
Charlie 425 days.
425 days.
Can you log off to Charlie 425 days in Ocean North of Bravo?
07.
So,
429.
allegedly, I always say allegedly because I don't know of all the facts, only going by what I'm seeing. Allegedly, he was backing up.
I have it.
I'm not too sure how he was backing up. If he was coming out of the driveway, if he was backing straight up. But somehow he was backing up, and he managed to tap the quarter panel. Like I said, not too sure how that happened. But allegedly, that can all change. But allegedly, he was backing up.
1625.
There's another car trying to come down that hill there.
Can you log off ID 157673, please?
They do it all the time. They try to come down this. This is like a shortcut. So if you're trying to get out of traffic, if you've ever seen Washington Street this time of hour, it's like maybe 10 minutes past 4 right now. So if you ever seen traffic on Washington Street, you know why these cars are doing that.
Ma'am, I'm on Wash, going towards Columbia. from Erie Street behind Florida paper plate Delta Bravo Zulu 4599. It's a pretty heavy tent. I'm not sure how many times it's occupied.
We have ISP. Got 12 returning.
Another car trying to make it down there.
At Washington, Erie. Traffic stop.
Charlie 421 says that way.
I have a 421.
On towards Columbia. Little traffic here.
On Wash towards Columbia.
The car doesn't realize if you keep going up that way, that's a one-way street. You have to do a complete U-turn to go back the other way. And the fire chief is right behind him. Fire investigator, I should say.
Charlie 112, you can turn that down.
I have a 112.
Gonna be interested in the front passenger.
Got it.
Might as well drive down instead of doing all that walking. I guess he's taking a picture of the street sign. That's what he's doing. He took a picture of the street sign at the beginning of the street. One thing I noticed too, these wires are kind of low hanging. I don't know if you guys can see, those wires are pretty low hanging, especially on that side over there.
Direction of Columbia Road.
Those wires are kind of
Going towards like
hanging kind of low. Not too sure what's the
taking a right onto Columbia, heading inbound.
So,
Right on Columbia inbound.
so the investigator's gonna take the pictures right quick. Once he takes the pictures, then everybody's clear to go.
41 has the message. Let me see if Harry's got a car closer to Geneva. Passing Devon, still on Columbia.
Devon on Columbia.
Approaching Ceylon, still on Columbia.
I have it. Ceylon on Columbia.
They said there's very little to no damage on the truck at all. If it is any damage, it's very, very, very little.
Took a left on Ceylon from Columbia.
Car's trying to get out. He's gonna have to wait a little bit. Either way, you're gonna have to wait. So you're kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place. They're just about finishing up anyway. So once he does his photos, he's pretty much done. So they're gonna clear out his Charlie.
I have a 103.
I'm taking a right onto Magnolia.
Right on Magnolia.
Like I said, on the rear of that truck, there's, even if you never knew where he struck the vehicle at, you wouldn't even know what area to look for, because there's very little to no damage on there. It's so minor that
Right. I think it's gonna be
you probably couldn't even see it unless somebody tried to really show it to you.
I'm seeing what EMS. My fault. Coming out to Alexander and Ceylon.
Like it's literally like, unless you guys can see something I don't see.
Repeat that, sir.
That little, like I said, it's very minor. Like you won't even notice it. I'm gonna head up out of here. They got their pictures. Nobody hurt. That's the most important thing. Property can always be replaced. Lives can never be replaced. So that's just a matter of insurance.
Current location.
A little quick insurance job. City of Boston got plenty of money for that, though.
1631.
I have 2.
We're gonna head up out of here and catch you guys on the next one. Everybody's pretty much on their way.
Victor 933, what's your location? Victor 233, your location. Turn on to Alexander Street, they're about to light it up right now. Sorry, where's this at? We're on Alexander. 2. Want me in Alexander?
I didn't know people still did that. I know back in the day kids used to do that all the time.
Alexander Street.
Yeah, just a quarter panel. Depending on who does the work, they could pull the dent back out and put it back in commission. Or some people just replace the whole quarter panel. Depends on who's doing the work. But take care. I'm gonna head up out of here. And these wires right here, I was talking about, these are low-hanging wires. I think I could raise my hand up and probably touch these wires if I wanted to. That should be a problem. And why are these wires, like, just to show you how low these wires are, I'm gonna raise my hand up so you can see where my hand is versus the wire. My hand is actually on the cable. That's the cable right there. That's a high, what is that? What kind of cable is that? Is that a cable vision cable? Huh. Nevertheless, whatever it is, it shouldn't be that low in the first place. That thing is very low. Looks like they've been doing work on the poles. So they're changing the poles over too. I'll have to document this while I'm here. They are changing these poles over. They have a replacement pole. But nevertheless, that's still too low. I heard they have 20 days to change these out. So we'll see how long it takes them to swap these out. See how they got the sub pole in the new pole. So they're going to have to change all that over. You think that should be a priority? Well, it doesn't, looking at it, it doesn't appear to be any high voltage up there. It looks like it's just cable, telephone, and not sure what that big one is.
Charlie 661 Franco Sonora code 19 Mattapan Square.
Doesn't appear to be any like high voltage up there though. Not too sure what that is. I think that's cable. Cable TV.
Well, by 19.
We won't bug them too much because they are in the process of changing it over. But that cable is very low to the ground. You shouldn't be able to touch it with your. You should. I'm a short person. I shouldn't be able to reach that. There's no way you should be able to reach that cable from the ground. I imagine when they hook it back up there, they're gonna raise it up to the right height. But still, that is very low-hanging cable. All right, guys, catch you guys on the next one. Nez Porter. Well, just so you guys know what street this is too. While I'm here, might as well get the picture of the street in there. Dimmick and Notre Dame, right off of Washington and Dimmick. So Notre Dame Street. Now you guys can see that. This guy's coming up a one-way street. That's a one-way street, just so you know. That's
funny. I've been driving up it for like 20 years.
Is it a one-way or not?
No.
It's not? That's weird then. That's a two-way street that's designed that way? Well, I guess she's right. That is a two-way street. Wow. I learned something new today.
Bravo 458.
That is a two-way street, but that's a narrow two-way street.
Washington, you cut yourself out, Bravo. What unit was that?
And she's right, that is a two-way street.
Bravo,
She's not lying.
458.
I know that's a one-way street over there.
Yes, sir. Can you put me on a code one for now?
But she went up a one-way street though. She went up. She's parking right there, so that is a one-way street. She went up right there though for sure. She parked her car right there. Cause there's no reason to come up the street unless you're coming back down the other side. That's why I assumed it was a one-way street, and all the cars are facing one direction. Maybe talk to the city of Boston and make this a one-way street, because that's a recipe for disaster. Why would you make this street a two-way street and it's so narrow? All right, guys, enough of this. I'm out of here. Catch you guys on the next one.